Hey there, all you theater nerds. Theater nerds. Join me for Snapshot Sacramento this week at the theater. It's June 27th. Man, we've almost wrapped up half a year. That went by rather quickly, don't you think? I mean, I kind of do. At any rate, we're here to talk about all kinds of things theater that are happening in our Sacramento area right here on Twitch. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Please click the little heart button there and follow us. We do this at least once a week, and usually on Tuesday nights. We're here telling you what's coming up for the weekend, because now's a good time for you to make your weekend plans for what kind of theater you want to go and see. And we've got some really cool things that are coming up. We've got some updates that I'm going to do, and I may run another Saturday stream again, because I did that this last Saturday too, just to keep our community conversation going. And there were a few updates to auditions and things like that that came in. So trying to keep you abreast of what's happening. We don't do 2 each week. So yeah, let's not, expect that. But Tuesday nights, be here with us, because this is what we're doing. We are the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We are SARTA. You can reach us through our website, sarta.com, and if you go to the website, you're a theater, you're a producing company, and you've got something coming up, you've got some auditions you want to share, you've got shows that are opening, you've got a special event you guys are hosting, we have a space in there where you could put your information in, so we can upload it to our website so it can be on our community calendar. You can also send it to us, sarta.com is our email also, and send us all your data, and we'll put it in for the weekly show like this. We'll make sure that it's in our newsletter. We have 2 newsletters that go out each week. One that covers all our youth shows and workshops and auditions for our education departments. And the other one is our general information for our, I tend to call them adult, but it's definitely our more mature theater spectaculars are in that one that comes out on Friday. So it'll have special events, it'll have auditions that are coming up, it'll have what's playing right now, it'll have what's coming soon, it'll have people's season schedules that are in there. So you can find all of the information about what's going on in the Sacramento area community theater right here. We hope. Help us out. Let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Let's get on with our special announcements and special events. There's a couple. And again, as theaters are out there, they're, trying to put all of their things together to have a really good season. But it's been tough. The pandemic was not kind to most of us. So, and especially so for our smaller community theaters, they have had to struggle. I mean, the struggle was real before the pandemic. During and since, with the reopening of everything, it's been even more challenging. We have problems finding venues, we have trouble getting our audiences back, and we really need all of you great patrons of the arts out there to go and support these community theaters. So when we bring you information that they're having a fundraiser or they're having a special event, please, 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 please support them. Go participate, make a donation. Most of these companies, if you go to their website, you can make a donation, and I know it'll really help. This is one of the special events that's coming up. It's a big fundraiser for Placer Community Theater. They're celebrating 20 years of doing theater. That's 20 years of entertainment that has been brought to that community by Placer Community Theater. Their event's going to be on Saturday, July 22nd at 7 in the evening. It's going to last till 10 p.m. They've got a wonderful event planned for everyone. And if you want more information and purchase tickets for that, you can go to the Placer Community Theater website, placercommunitytheater.org, and look it up. Support them. Go see what's going on at Placer Community Theater and help them celebrate 21 years of bringing great theater. Here's another special event, because this one's a one night only, and it should be quite fun. Looks like it's going to be interesting and silly and off the hook and sort of sideways, and I love theater like that. So Sierra Stages is hosting the Puppeteers for Fears from Oregon, presenting Cthulhu the musical. Yeah, that's right. Tentacles and all, lots of tentacles, music madness, and so many tentacles is their byline for this. They're one night only on July 18th. Doors are open at 7 o'clock and the show is at 7:30 at the Nevada Theater. So if you want tickets for that, they're $25. It's general seating. Get in touch with Sierra Stages and get your tickets for Cthulhu the musical. Something about a dancing giant squid monster that just, yeah, I think I need to see that. All right, so are you ready? Get those resumes and headshots out because it's time for auditions. July 5th, July 7th, July 8th, and July 9th. They're making sure they don't miss anybody. Free Fall Stage is holding auditions for Pride and Prejudice. So, yes, this is coming up next week. I know. It's almost the end of June. Can you believe it? They will be having their callbacks on Saturday, July 16th after they've seen all these people. So Wednesday, July 5th, 6:30, Friday, July 7th, 6:30, Saturday, July 8th at 4 p.m., Sunday, July 9th at 5 p.m., and then callbacks on Sunday, July 16th for Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. More auditions, July 16th and 17th. They're auditioning for The Addams Family. This production's going to run in October out at Woodland Opera House. They do great productions. I'm probably going to try and get tickets so I can go and see this because I happen to like this show a lot. If you've never seen it before, you should get your tickets for Woodland Opera House's production of The Addams Family. If you'd like to be in it, on July 16th and 17th, they're hosting the auditions. July 16th, that's a Sunday at 7:30, and then again on Monday, July 17th at 7 o'clock at the Theater and Dance Annex on Court Street in Woodland. This is the Woodland Opera House. Auditions for The Addams Family. Now playing in Sacramento, we've got a few shows that are running. This one's going to be closing this weekend, so I'm really going to promote it again because if you haven't gone to see this, you really should. I think it's a wonderful show. I got to see it last Friday. It was great, which was one of the reasons I played their community conversation again on Saturday because I really wanted people to know about this show. It's called Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. That doesn't give you any inkling of what it's about. But it's wonderful, it's hysterical, it's touching, it's queer, it's powerful. If you don't come away with some things to think about, you weren't really paying attention. It's by Jen Silverman. It's directed by Lily Tanner. So Big Idea Theater is hosting this production, A Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. You need to go and see this. Another interesting one, and they call this an immersive musical experience. They even encourage you to dress up in your best Western gear and go up there and be a part of it, is this production by House of Fates and Stonehouse Productions called Gold Can't Love You Back. Truer words have never been spoken because, that's just like money can't buy you love. It might buy you companionship, but it's not going to buy you love. Gold Can't Love You Back. Western attire is highly encouraged. This is playing through the end of June, so it's coming to an end rather quickly. So if you want to get your tickets for this, you better get them now so you can see money. Gold Can't Love You Back, a Gold Rush era immersive musical experience. I mean, just for that alone, you should go and see it. Volcano Theater Company is presenting its production of Beowulf and the Bard. This is going to be playing for another 2 weekends. It's going to be playing through July 8th. So it's playing now up at the Volcano Theaters. This one is playing, where is this one playing? Is this one in the amphitheater? Yep, it's in the outdoor amphitheater. The weather's nice right now. The weather's lovely right now. They tell me it's about to get really hot outside too. I'm not looking forward to that part, but We will enjoy this lovely weather while we can. Volcano Theater Company has two theaters. They have one that's this lovely old cobblestone building. It's there on Main Street, and it's in this wonderful old gold rush era looking area of town. It's just great. And then if you turn right around and look across the street, there's this massive amphitheater, outdoor amphitheater, where you can see Theater Under the Stars. You can go see Beowulf and the Bard under the stars at the Volcano Amphitheater. Again, playing through July 8th, so, if you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets now. They're celebrating their 50th season, 50 seasons of putting on theater. Tickets are available, so get in touch with Volcano Theater Company. Main Street Theater Works is having its production of The Quest for Don Quixote. This is playing through July 15th at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater. Here's another amphitheater that you can go through to see theater. The gates open for this space at 6:30, and I know there's drinks and food and things like that are available, and you get your goodies and you go sit down, and then you get ready for your evening of theater, which starts at 8 o'clock. So Main Street Theater Works is presenting The Quest for Don Quixote up at the Kennedy Mine Theater in Jackson. Another beautiful outdoor place to enjoy some theater. There are some really beautiful venues out there. Davis Musical Theater Company, or also DMTC, is presenting its production of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. If you've never seen Sweeney Todd, you really do need to look up some of the older productions, not the movie. Come on. We want you to get the classics. Find the one with Angela Lansbury. Oh my goodness, she made an amazing Mrs. Lovett. Just amazing. And check it out. And then go see this performance of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. It's playing through July 16th. Again, at the Davis Musical Theater Company at the Gene Henderson Performing Arts Center on Penna Drive in Davis. Predictor by Jennifer, didn't mean to mispronounce your name like that. Let's start again. Predictor by Jennifer Blackmer and directed by Imani Mitchell is making its West Coast premiere right now through July 23rd. This is going to be playing at Capitol Stage. So this is a Capitol Stage production. If you've never been to a production at Cap Stage, I highly suggest you do. They put on great shows. This is based also on true life events of the woman who actually invented the first home pregnancy tests. And if you think about what kind of innovation that was in the world of women's health and awareness of our own body's health and well-being, this was phenomenal. So Predictor by Jennifer Blackmer, playing at Capitol Stage right now. So that's what's happening right now, but we've got a lot of very cool things that are coming up soon. So let's check it out. Starting on June 30th, that means it's opening this coming weekend, and playing through July 8th, Stage Right Productions is going to be presenting its production of Little Women. Again, another classic. This is Louisa May Alcott. The general tickets are $18, and senior, SARTA, and student prices are $16, and you can get your tickets on their website at Stage Right Productions. You've read this book when you were in high school, or maybe even in junior high, and possibly in your college lit class. It's one of the ones that's considered a classic. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, June 30th through July 8th. I should keep things in the same place so I don't move something. There we are. McLaughlin Theater Company is presenting its production of Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical. This was an absolutely delightful book. It's also an absolutely delightful story. Opens on July 28th and will play through August 6th at McLaughlin Theater Company. This one's up in Loomis. I hope you're appreciating how far afield SARTA goes with all of its different theaters, because we've got theaters all over the place. We've been to Jackson, Loomis, Volcano, downtown Sacramento, Woodland with our productions. So again, if you want to see this one, it's opening on July 28th and will close on August 6th. McLaughlin Theater Company is presenting Matilda, the musical. Here's one that we've been waiting for to come back. We used to be able to go and enjoy Shakespeare in the park, and then they started doing it inside in the Black Box Theater over at Sac City College. Well, it's back. This is our post-pandemic, yay, Shakespeare Festival. So all you Shakespeare fiends out there, it's time. They're putting on the Scottish play. That's right. They're doing Macbeth from July 7th through the 23rd. Please get your tickets soon. They're doing it in person at the Art Court Theater in full costume and wonderfulness, and you won't have to sit out in the heat of our Sacramento summers enjoying it underneath the amphitheater as they used to when they did this over in William Land Park. I can remember some of those evenings, and it was really warm, really, really warm. So go enjoy it in the air conditioning. Sacramento Shakespeare Festival's presentation of Macbeth. Coming a little further on in August to Main Street Theater Works. So this again will be at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater over in Jackson. A production called A Red Plaid Shirt. Or, does this shirt make me look retired? It looks like it's going to be fun and funny. So get your tickets now because they are on sale for their production, A Red Plaid Shirt. The Main Street Theater Works is presenting this at the Kennedy Mine Amphitheater. Sierra Stages will be opening a new show on July 13th at the Nevada Theater. They're going to be putting on a production of Guys and Dolls. If you have never seen this musical, it is so good. And the music is just fun. You could probably sing along with several of these once you get into what's here. I mean, everybody knows, I think, Luck Be a Lady Tonight. Come on. You can do this. And then sit down, you're rocking the boat. That's always a fun one, too. This is a treasure to have on stage. Absolute treasure. This one is worth going back and watching the old movie for. Yes, you can. Yes. Yeah. That was it Marlon Brando? Was Nathan Detroit? Oh, yeah. It's an oldie, but it's still a goodie. So, when is it playing? Thursday through Saturday. So that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. and on Sundays at 2 o'clock. Again, starting July 13th, and it'll be playing through August 5th at the Nevada Theater. Thanks, Sierra Stages. Here's another one that's going to be at Volcano. This is coming up a little later in the season. Also, this is going to be their August show, August 11th through September 9th. They will be putting up a production called Silent Sky. Another one based on a true story. Fabulous women doing fabulous things. This one is about an astronomer named Henrietta Leavitt, who worked as a human computer at a university, which, in the 1900s, this is when this was put together, early, late 18, early 1900s. It was unusual for a woman to be doing anything in the academic world without a lot of pushback and prejudice. So that means that she had to overcome a lot to do what she did. But according to the information leading her, it led her to a discovery that has had profound and lasting impact on the field of astronomy. I have deliberately not looked her up because I want to go to the show and I want to have the story unfold, and I want to see it in the amphitheater. I can't think of a better show to see about someone who did something in a discovery of astronomy than sitting under the skies, with the stars beaming down on us. I think that'd be wonderful. Tickets are available right now, so get your tickets for Silent Sky. Volcano Theater Company has a really good season put together. Look at this. As soon as Silent Sky closes, they're going to open up Noel Coward's production called Blithe Spirit. So if you like a little fortune telling and crystal ball and ghost seeing, this will be the show for you. Blithe Spirit. It's going to open on September 15th and run through October 15th. So get you all revved up for your holiday season. And I say holiday season because, I'm sorry, October, Halloween. That's my kind of holiday season. You can dress up every day of October and nobody will look at you funny. It's wonderful. Of course, we're in theater, so who cares? We dress up anyway and don't care who looks at us funny. Because what? Because we're what? Theater nerds. Okay. So all you theater nerds, you could probably dress up and go to that one too. It would be great. Get your friends together. I think it's going to be in the amphitheater. No, this one's going to be in the Cobblestone Theater. I'm looking at their poster again. This is a little bit smaller theater. It's an indoor venue, but it's still lovely. I got to see a production of Baby with the Bathwater up there, and it was great. And that little theater is just absolutely precious, and the whole downtown area up there is just really, really lovely. Take a trip to Volcano. You need a road trip. It's not even that long a road trip. It's a short road trip. So tickets are available now for this one also. September 15th through October 15th, Blithe Spirit. I really appreciate our theaters who send us their season schedules. This also helps you make plans of what you might like to see. So if a show goes by and you think, hey, that's a cool show, go to their website and check it out and get your tickets, Let them know you want to see these things. Freefall Stage has given us their remaining 2023 season of shows that they're doing. While the Lights Were Out is playing right now. It's going to close on the 30th. So if you want to see that particular show, you better get your tickets right away, because this is the end. This is the last week for that one. Then they're going to come back in September with Pride and Prejudice, another classic. October, they're going to be doing a production called Help Me. And then in November, they're going to be doing Amelia Earhart. So if you see something you like on the Freefall Stage plan, then go to their website and get your tickets for that show. Let them know that you appreciate all that they're putting out there for quality community theater. Here's the rest of the run for Davis Musical Theater Company. This is what they're doing for the rest of the year. So starting in September, their production of Something Rotten is going to be up September 8th through October, September 8th through October 1st. And then they're going to come back with Oklahoma, Seussical the Musical, and swing our way into next year with Fiddler on the Roof, Into the Woods, and then finally The Little Mermaid. So there's something for everybody in that lineup. There's some older classics, there's some newer stories, there's something for the young ones, and there's a lot for the young at heart. Take it on. Go get your season tickets, and if you check in with the theaters and they have an option for season tickets, quite often those season tickets are less money. Excuse me a moment. Don't you absolutely hate it when you need to sneeze? Makes you kind of crazy. Thank you for pardoning me for a moment. Anyway, season tickets is what we were talking about. Many theaters offer this as an option, and if you go ahead and buy the season tickets, what it does is two different things. Number one, it lets the theater know that they've got guaranteed patrons for the year. Number two, it also may get you a discount on some of your theater seats, because quite often the season tickets are a little bit less. If you actually look at how much you would have paid if you had bought tickets for each and every show, you may do a better job for yourself if you buy a season package at the beginning of the year. If you have that money to spend, that's great. If not, then just get your $25 ticket to the show and go enjoy a great night of theater. But check into it when you're looking at some of these theaters, because many of them do offer that option of a season ticket, and you could get some very good prices to see some really good theater. Finally, we'll wrap up with the Woodland Opera House's main and family series productions for 2023 and 2024. Some of these you've already seen me advertise in our slideshow for this program, and you may have heard me talk about the auditions, because auditions for a couple of these have already been held. So this is what's coming up for them. SpongeBob the Musical, then The Addams Family, good holiday fare again. School of Rock, that should be a great one. When we were talking to our friends at Woodland Opera House, they were saying this is going to be one where it's going to be combined. The actors on stage have to play instruments too, because School of Rock are going to be working with their orchestra folks who are in the pit playing also. So you're going to have music from everywhere, and this is going to be a cool undertaking there. Then they've got a comedy that is to be announced. They haven't told us what it is yet. They're keeping it under wraps. So hopefully they'll come back later on this summer for a community conversation and tell us what the comedy is going to be so we can get excited about it. But they seemed really excited about it when they wouldn't tell us what it was. So, all right, fine, be that way. It's okay. It's okay. They're going to do Disney's The Descendants, the musical. Okay. They're going to do a classic musical, Damn Yankees. That's going to be a great one. And then they're going to wrap up their season with Peter and the Starcatcher. For all you Peter Pan fans out there, this is going to be a great one. So that takes care of the season at Woodland Opera House. So if you saw anything you liked in all of those different plays, and notice there were no repeats. There's a lot of great theater coming our way, you guys. Please get in touch with them. Okay, I'm going to run this one last time because this is the closing weekend for Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. And we got to talk to 3 of the 5 Bettys, which was wonderful, last week. And I got to share this, so I'm sharing it one last time tonight. Hopefully, if you see this or you're thinking about it, tell some of your friends, get your tickets, go see Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. They are running Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, okay? So let's take a look at our community conversation, and I'll be right back. Hi, thank you for joining us for another community conversation. This is brought to you by the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We are SARTA. And tonight I have the distinct pleasure of having 3 of 5 Bettys with me this evening to talk about a production that's showing right now at Big Idea Theater called Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. It's by Jen Silverman. It opened on June 9th and it's playing through July 1st, so you'll have plenty of time to see it. And once you hear from these Bettys that are here to talk about it tonight, I'm sure you'll be wanting to get your tickets. So let's start with Betty Sunny and talk to you first and say welcome to the program. Tell me which Betty you are and what brought you into theater.
Thanks for having us, Iris. I am Sunny. I play Betty 4. What brought me into theater in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start there.
I don't know. I did my first play when I was probably in 7th or 8th grade, and I just kept doing it because it's really fun. So yeah, it's cathartic, you know, it's better than therapy and it's cheaper. So
absolutely. All right. So that's Betty number 4. She's Sunny. Let's talk to Lindsay next. Lindsay, which Betty are you and what got you into theater?
Thank you so much for having us. I am Betty 1. And what brought me into theater, I don't know. I'm not sure. Love of people and the yeah, I don't know. I've been doing it for a little while, but I didn't actually study it until I was a little bit older. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of this cast. Everybody's been really wonderful.
Marvelous. And then we have the lovely Kate over here. Kate, what Betty are you?
I am Betty 5, or other Betty with the truck Betty. What got me into theater? I've always been a theater kid. Did kids theater in elementary school and stuff like that. But I never considered it something I could do in adulthood until I went to one of those not a career fair, but where all the departments are on the quad in college and recruiting their people. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a thing I could do? I can do theater? And I never looked back. So here we are.
Right on. Good. Good. So these are our Betties for the evening, and they're going to share a little bit, I hope, with us about the show Collective Rage. I mean, already sounds kind of angry. I hope it's not a whole thing on anger, but maybe it is, and maybe that's cathartic. So without giving the whole thing away, who'd like to tell us a little bit about Collective Rage? And why are these 5 Betties so angry?
I think every female-bodied individual has some anger, some rage that we aren't necessarily encouraged to express. And so I think it's something that's going to be relatable for a lot of people, especially female-bodied individuals. It is a comedy. It is a comedy ultimately, but the characters are they're kind of hyperhuman. And I think there's going to be some character that everybody can relate to, at least a little bit.
Okay. Hyperhuman. I love that concept because it brings up images. Talk to me, Lindsay, about your hyperhuman Betty as much as you can without, again, don't give the whole thing away, but
I think my character's anger is internal and externally, like the news, for example. Things in the news not always being happy, and that taking a toll on some people's realities, and taking a toll on people's mental health. Yeah, the news.
Sometimes we don't need to look at the news because it's just, the anger. I can get the rage behind that one, absolutely. And Kate, as much as you can share, what type of rage issues is your Betty having for all of this?
Betty, I think Betty 5 has a lot of internal rage. There's some backstory about a trip to rehab, and there's kind of a general kind of in an impersonal nature to her relationships. She's very a low-key womanizer, very, it is what it is. I do my own thing. Keeps people at an arm's length until she doesn't. But I think there's a lot of personal stuff that Betty 5 is kind of grappling with and has to work through in order to progress during the show.
Mm-hmm. And if you could share a little bit about who's directing, and when you first read this piece, what drew you into it? What made you want to audition for something that sounds like it's really, really powerful?
Yeah, when I first read the character descriptions, I was like, genderqueer and works on trucks. That's me. I'm here. I'm in a show. What? But then I read the script and I was like, holy shit, these people they're so relatable. They're all so different, and they're just kind of colliding in this space, but they're all so relatable. And it's just developed into this incredibly human piece. Our director is Lily Tanner. Tanner, is their last name? Sorry?
Yeah.
Cool. And she has taken a lot of care to do this like character exploration with us, and to really dive into those headspaces. And I think it's been tremendously helpful.
Excellent. I saw you nodding over there, Lindsay, when she was saying that. Is that what you felt too? Did you have a particular Betty in mind when you auditioned?
Me?
Yeah. Or did you just want to be a part of this momentous thing that was going to happen?
Yes, I think that there's not a ton of queer theater, and I auditioned for both 5 and 1, and they're very different humans. And I'm really grateful because it's made me dig into myself, because there are things that are not who I want to be or who I truly am, and to express those authentically is it's challenging. It's challenging to say some of the things that I have to say. And Lily help us build like relationships with each other, and what each character looks like and feels like. And there was a lot of like internal work that went into it, and I appreciate it. I feel like it brought us closer together as a cast too.
Yeah, beauty of a good director too. How about you, Sunny? Was there a specific one that you auditioned for, or did you just want to be a part of this whole play experience?
Yeah, so I auditioned for Betty 5 and Betty 2, and then got called back for Betty 4. And Betty 4 is a really hard character because she's very two-dimensional compared to the other ones in the text, in the script. So the way that I feel like Lily really approached this project like psychologically. So we had to do a lot of character work. But it's been such a great process, and it's been a safe process as well. Excuse me. So it's a fully queer cast, which is awesome. And this is the first time I've ever been a part of a fully queer project. And it's been this environment where it's like safe to make mistakes and safe to like explore things and then find out what works and what doesn't, for the most part. And I think it's just been fantastic. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Betty 4. I get it now, but at the time I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful that this particular play, and I'm sure it was probably intentional, came out for Pride Month to be a part of all of the celebrations that are going on. So hopefully we'll get some more word out about this so we can get people in to see this amazing show. Queer theater is not something that you get to see a lot of anyway. And I'm hoping that there are going to be more people writing for this audience that everybody, intentionally tries to ignore most of the time. Let's face it, that's just not. And in our political atmosphere, I think it's extremely important to be able to highlight what's going on and create those safe spaces to just have these conversations and see these kinds of things and understand the humanity of everyone, queer, straight, whatever, wherever on your alphabet you land, you're okay. And it's okay to be that here. So yes, creating those spaces, having that kind of work done is amazing. Is Jen Silverman the actual playwright? What do we know about this individual? Are they part of the queer community, or have they written more plays like this? If you've explored any of that, I'm being curious now. If you know.
I believe they're part of the community.
Okay.
Don't know much about the scope of their work.
Okay, all right.
The way it's written, it sounds like Jen is at least intimate with the community, knows, Jen knows the ins and outs, at least. But I can't say for sure.
Sure.
I haven't Googled her yet.
I will be Googling that before we share this with the public, so I can give everybody a little more background when we actually share your interviews. It's interesting to see who these playwrights are, what these imaginative and pointed pieces of works are that are coming out of any community, of especially the underrepresented communities in our society would be, and how important it is to have them out there and playing. So you are playing for until July 1st. And that'll be the closing time for that. I know you're doing Thursday through Saturday nights. Is that an 8:00 show?
Yes.
8:00 show. Okay. Do you have a matinee in there for the people who need to go to bed early?
Yes, this coming Sunday at 2 p.m.
Sunday at 2, you'll have a matinee. Okay. So all of you folks who need to go to bed early, they do have a 2:00 matinee. So you don't have to stay out too late. Big Idea Theater is always doing something wonderful and innovative in their work. What's going to be next for you all after July 1st when Betty's close? Do you have plans yet, or looking for the next great show to do?
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I don't know yet. Okay.
I don't know yet.
All right.
It kind of depends what I find,
Yeah. Yeah. This one, do you think that this would be something that would be worth taking and producing in other places? I mean, it's great that you're doing it a Big Idea, but I would think that this would be one that could be done again.
Yes, please.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
The entire cast wants that to happen.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sometimes we have wonderful opportunities that present themselves, and we'll have to see if we can get this out there again. So everyone, if you haven't got your plans for this weekend or even the weekend after, because you still got 2 weekends, please get your tickets for Big Idea Theater's production of Collective Rage, a play in 5 Bettys. It's playing through July 1st, Big Idea Theater. You've got 3 of the Bettys here. They just told you how wonderful it is. Just some closing remarks, you guys. Is there any one particular point in the play that you want to tell us about that is like your favorite piece? I know, favorite piece, favorite line, maybe favorite look you get to give someone on stage.
I mean, personally, my favorite line in the show comes from Betty 3, when she says something to the effect of, acting is having a nervous breakdown on stage at specific times. that continues to kill me every night, even though we've heard it, dozens of times. It's still
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That is a good one. How about you, Lindsay? Anything else you'd like to share?
I think for my character specifically is like transformation, growth.
Okay. That's always something that, when we see a character transform in front of us during a theater production, I know for me, it's like you took me along that journey with you, and thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that piece of you. Any last thoughts on this, Sunny? What do you think? What's your favorite bit?
I just really love that throughout the whole thing, like my character like really finds her voice at the end, and I feel like she spends the whole time like struggling to be heard. And she's like, you know what, I'm just gonna freaking say it, and then does. And I think it's a really cool moment. But if you're easily offended, this probably isn't the show for you. Just heads up.
Okay, so this is definitely for over 18, and if you're having any struggles with language or something, or adult situations,
language situations,
okay, this might not be the show for you.
Yeah.
Or you may want to consider not bringing your grandma. I don't know.
Depends on your grandma.
Depends on your grandma. That's right. Depends on your grandma. We will not denigrate grandmas here. That's right. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in and doing this. We're gonna share this a few different times so we can hopefully get you some folks in there in the next couple of weeks. Collective Rage, a play in 5 Betties, right now at Big Idea Theater. You guys need to go. And thank you all for joining me for this community conversation. We'll see you again with some other great community members out here who want to come and tell you about the fantastic things they're doing at the theater. Wait back. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That was a cool community conversation with 3 of the 5 Betties that were a part of that production. I have to tell you, after seeing it, it was outstanding. And then I get what they were saying at the end about their poignant pieces that came through for each one of them. It was wonderful. So get your tickets, Big Idea Theater. It'll be gone after this weekend, playing 5 Betties. Yeah, you need. Sorry, we had already started. I didn't mean to do that. Look at that. Don't touch the buttons. You know, they should never leave me alone with the buttons. Some days, not the best with the buttons. Any hoozles. Let's wrap this up. Yeah, here it is again. Big Idea Theater, Collective Rage, a play in 5 Betties. Go see it. Go see it. It's only got one more weekend. You better get on it. All right, you guys, it's almost time for us to head on out for the evening. If you've got something you want us to share with the world out there so we can get some people down to see the amazing theater you're producing, you're directing, you're starring in, you're doing backstage and theater tech for, let us know, okay? Contact us, sarda.com. Let us know in the section where it says shows and auditions. You can fill out the form right there and tell us all the information so we can share it here. We can share it in the newsletters. We can share it on Instagram and Facebook. But let us tell everybody what's going on. If you haven't done so already and you are here, please click the little heart button and follow us so you'll get the announcements on Tuesdays when we come in to do This Week at the Theater. We'll let you know what's going on. Tell you that, hey, it's time to come find out what's going on in your local theater community. Follow us on Facebook, SARTA Theaters, Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. SARTA Theaters is where you follow us. You can share information over there too. We always push extra things out on Facebook and Instagram. So let us know what you've got going on. We'll happily share it with everybody. And I say this to you every week. I told you on Saturday, I was so excited because on Friday, I actually saw somebody at the theater who had seen it and they went, I really like this show. And I went, I really appreciate your being here. So they said hi to me because they saw me at the theater. It works. I keep pleading for people to do that. It actually works. I'm going to the theater again this Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. We've got tickets. I'm gonna go see a production of The Wizard of Oz. It ought to be wonderful. I'll tell you about it next time I see you guys. And until then, I hope when I'm out and about at the theater, I see you at the theater. Right, nerds? All right, guys. Have a good evening. Stay cool out there the rest of this week, okay?